It's the student's work. It's not mine. We are engaged in the 50th anniversary of the first graduating class. And I reminded them that the cap sign is sort of very early on result of this class. It's your project, but you come up with something. And the loop, the one that you see in the background, I guess, is what they decided they would like to build. It's an abstract interpretation of the cap sign. It's made of 3 pieces. It's something that you could, if you try real hard, you can see a C in the first one. And in the second one, you can see an A if you try really hard. And in the third one, the ones right behind me, you can see a P if you try really hard. It's the cap sign 50 years later, after technology and design sophistication has changed in the college. The kids are learning to do something and learning to respect the people who build their buildings. They're learning that what they draw on a piece of paper, someone actually has to do, and it's not as easy as drawing it on a piece of paper. The material is tough. It is difficult to fabricate, and when you're asking other people to do it, and you have no knowledge or appreciation for how difficult the task is that you're asking, then that's a problem. And I think that's one of the things that CAP's hands-on courses tend to teach students. They tend to teach them an appreciation for what they're asking. Maybe it might influence what they ultimately ask then when they get out in the profession. Problems. Well, a couple of the students had some experience welding, so many of them had to learn to weld for the first time ever. When you deal with steel and welding it, warping is a problem, alignment is a problem, finish is a problem, because welds are typically not smooth until students become very experienced, and even then they're not perfect. And so there was grinding. Almost seems like almost every class there was some new problem we discovered. Things weren't aligning, and we had to create jigs to pry and bend and realign things. And I loved it. That was the fun part. The thing that was most impressed me happened just recently. One of my fellow graduates, Dave Bailey. Dave worked for a steel fabricator for a number of years, and he came in and was simply talking with me about it and with the students a little bit. Said, I've worked with professional fabricators who would have had a lot of trouble building this. And the kids, I thought, were going to explode, because that was the greatest compliment they could have gotten. Professionals might not have been able to do it any better.